What's up, YouTubers? So it's a beautiful Friday here in Nantucket. A couple things I wanted to talk about. One, hallucinogens. I believe hallucinogens like LSD, magic mushrooms, ayahuasca, DMT plant, peyote, all these hallucinogens that are fucking outlawed. We know why they're outlawed. We know why. They expand your mind. They expand your way of thinking. They change your way of thinking. They make it so that you can look at a situation and then just bust it down to its crudest, simplest terms and then say, well, why would they do that? You know what I mean? Like when you can see something that looks backwards, alright, like the power grid. There's been talk on the internet that, they go on and they say these things like, oh, our power grid is just like, it's so vulnerable, all they'd have to do is this and that, and they could just wipe out power. Now, the old me, a year ago, would have been like, why are you giving them guys fucking ideas? Why are they giving the terrorists the ideas? Of course, me now, I know it's all about put it out there, so then later on you can blame them and say, oh, well, we just carelessly gave the information out, and somebody took it and ran with it, and then they hurt us with it. Look, man, I don't know the word for it, but there's a word for it when you, whether it be intentionally or unintentionally, do something to sabotage the sanctity of your country or your people or whatever it might be. You fall asleep at the switch and someone goes and throws the switch, is it your fault? Yeah, it is. It is. It's just like stupid. It's like deniability. You put it out there. All I'm saying is you take, getting off the point, the hallucinogens, they are an interface. They are an interface between you and the higher consciousness that you and I and everybody is actually a part of. All the walls come down. Only for a brief period of time. It's very hard to explain if you haven't actually done it. If you haven't actually grabbed 3 or 4 lungfuls of DMT smoke and just let it take you where it's gonna take you. It's an intense experience, but it's also not always a pleasant experience, especially if you're not a nice person. If you're not a nice person, but you still got, morals and a conscience, and you take it, it might just go ahead and show you exactly who you are from other people's point of view, from other people's perspective. So I believe it's an interface between, higher form of consciousness in yourself. Yeah, that being said, hopefully I'll be interfacing within the next hour and a half to 2 hours here. Couldn't think of a better thing to do with my Friday afternoon. Oh, by the way, somebody thinks I'm a Freemason. I can't believe it. I'm like, wow. It just shows that people will get anything out of anything. It's like kind of like a cautionary tale, for me, because it's like, really? I'm a Freemason? He's like, what did he say? Oh, his name is Jones, and then Jones backwards. I checked out his channel. It's like 2 months old. He claimed that it got shut down and that this is his new channel. And he's been doing all this flat earth proof, but he's like, he's a Freemason. Look he's got the sun tiger behind him or some shit. And I'm like, dude, I said on one wall I got the fucking that tiger that that I've seen in so many different houses since the freaking 90s. I think people used to be issued that fucking tiger rug. I don't fucking know. Yeah, I got it up on my wall. My walls are fucking ugly. I also have a big old picture of Bob Marley. It says "One Love." What are you gonna say about that? You know, I'm almost honored in a way that somebody would actually think that, think that that I was actually doing that. He's like, oh, I think I even used the word pyramid when I was discussing the pyramids, and I may have started to even make a pyramid signal with my hands, and I pulled them away real quick because of that. Because hey, the flat Earth has just ruined geometry for me. The flat Earth has just ruined triangles for me. I'm scared of triangles. We're all afraid of triangles now. Oh my God, I think he put up a triangle. I was like, look. My name is Matthew Raymond Beliveau. You can go right ahead and Google my name, Matthew Raymond Beliveau, Boston, Massachusetts. Winchendon, Massachusetts, Gardner, Massachusetts, Nantucket, Massachusetts. I've been all over Matthew Raymond Beliveau, 39 years old. You go forth and Google that name. See what it tells you. And then you go ahead and come on back and you tell me if there's anything in that search history that would lead you to believe that a Freemason would even talk to me. Never mind, let me join. Clueless. Kind of funny though. I was like, man, maybe he'll even do a hit piece. You know what I mean? Take all like edit out all my videos and just try to find the little points where I moved my hands in just the right way and edit it all together. I'm like, wow. Yeah, that, and then I don't remember who it was. Some other clown telling me that Glenn works for Patricia. You know, flat Earth big brother. He actually works for him to control the position. I'm like, oh my fucking God, you guys, man. Fucking delusional, like insane. So, I was laying on my back the other day on the concrete floor because I do heavy construction work and it feels good to lay on a cold concrete floor at the end of a hot day. Straighten your back out, whatever, right, you know? So I kind of cracked my back and laying there and I was just like, and I felt my head was on the concrete floor, and I was like, so I started doing like they do when they meditate, that, right, and I could feel like the vibration, like, and I started thinking about how some doctors and different oncology doctors, cancer doctors, saying that they may have found a way to completely wipe out cancer cells using frequency, using harmonic resonance, taking something that resonates harmonically, you know, just that creates a vibration, a sound wave, and they put it up to you, and they believe that they can like break up the cancer cells or break up the tumor. You know, like I think that the cancers and the stuff that we get, we can so easily get rid of it. There's probably so many things that just you gotta eat the right stuff to counteract it. You need to know what it is that you have going on, and there is a way to fix it, I believe. I really do believe that there's a natural way to fix it. It always has been. And some of the cancers that we get are natural. You know, others are just through what we eat, all the processed, you know. You give a cow hormones to create more milk, give a chicken hormones to create more, you know, eggs and everything. They don't know what the long-term effects of that are, and they don't care. They do not care. So, I've been thinking more about sound, how, like, in the Bible it said God spoke, right? There's You know, even looking at that no forests on flat Earth thing, right? That cobalt stuff that raises up that they believe could be plant fibers, and you know, I mean, it's a good argument. I mean, it's definitely interesting. I'm not going to consume my life over it. I spent a little bit of time looking into it. So it's, you know, it's interesting, you know, but it doesn't mean nothing to me one way or the other right now, because it's just another thing on a pile on top of the stuff that we already have, the confusion that we already have, and the way it just like came out, and it's like everybody all of a sudden is doing videos on it. Everybody's talking. It's like everybody jumps on it. It's like the Mandela effect. It's like, I don't know. It's just like, you know. But let's say it was lava, or they had said that Robert Pisano and some of them guys were talking about granite being formed. Like there's some scientists that believe that the granite couldn't have formed, like the granite mountains we have, couldn't have formed over millions of years and cooled over millions of years, because they find these radioactive isotopes like trapped within the stone that have like a half-life that is definitely not, you know, millions or even thousands of years. They have like they said that the fact that they're there and that you can see them seems to prove or suggest that the rock, everything was formed all at once in one shot. Like maybe heat had nothing to do with it. I think they used to be able to move things around with sound waves. I believe they used to just be able to use harmonic resonance, because I think that everything resonates, actually vibrates at a certain frequency. And if you can determine what that frequency is, depending upon what the material you're using, there's probably another material that you can activate, so to speak, you know, because they're finding pyramid complexes all over the world. And they resemble the ones in Egypt, these pyramid complexes. I don't think these people were doing this shit just for fun, and they damn sure weren't burial chambers. That just makes no sense, really. They were some sort of a power plant. Something. You know, I believe it's leftover part of some old technology. You know, think about a Tesla coil. Think about how Tesla would have had these things in place on the land that was like a receiver that would actually receive the RF, the radio frequency that's already there, like in the ether. And he basically claimed or had been able to, that he would have been able to run all sorts of things like airships and cars, all based off of the Tesla tower, the Tesla coil. So I think that there's a possibility, I mean, that we've already had this technology. Maybe that is what we had previously, was Tesla technology. And that's what these pyramids are leftover old technology, you know, one small piece of a power plant, you know, that was worldwide. You know, and this thing with the big trees, if they are big trees, then you should be able to do some sort of deep ground penetrating radar or something to be able to trace the actual root system. There should be veins of stone or coal or something within, like, what would have been the root system of the trees. Okay, so maybe, what if maybe our world was completely different? There's a few little leftover remnants, okay, but the Creator basically scraped it clean and was like, all right, good enough. Let's redo this thing, right? Reset. But there's still a little bit of leftover thing. He didn't pick it all out. He didn't get rid of it all. So there's still just a little small, little pieces, little clues. What if maybe there were large trees all over the world and they were all interconnected through their root system, or they all worked together somehow to produce power, frequency in the air? I mean, how would we know? We don't know. That's why I'm sitting here speculating. Speculating and interfacing.